that people have, if you know about scrapbooking and things like that, making it easier for their members to send their inspirational finds to friends who might also enjoy them and stuff, all the different things that you might post on Pinterest, like we said, like pictures and photos and different things like that. You can now share it much more easily, much more quickly with your Facebook friends, email contacts, or other people that's using Pinterest. So this is this is just a little kick that Pinterest offers its users. Pinterest offers its users at this time. Now, for those of you that are on Verizon, right, using the Verizon network, and you have been looking for the Samsung Galaxy S4 for a long time now. I mean, you're like, okay, look, I've been a Samsung Galaxy S4 waiter for a long time. I have pre-ordered the Samsung Galaxy S4 on the Verizon network, and I'm not getting anything. Well, Verizon Samsung Galaxy S4 pre-orders has started to ship. And this is coming a report from Geeky Gadgets. They're saying that the Verizon Galaxy S4 will launch this Thursday, May 23rd. It's coming for Verizon people. Not, Samsung Galaxy S4 is already out for people on other networks, but for the Verizon faithful, the Samsung Galaxy S4 will ship May 23rd, which is this Thursday. The handset recently went up for pre-order, and now it looks like Verizon has started shipping out the handset to customers who pre-ordered the device when the pre-orders first start. Now, Verizon normally uses a 2-day shipping, so it's possible that some people who pre-ordered the Samsung Galaxy S4 may get theirs a little earlier than Thursday when it officially launches. But, other than that, you can start on Thursday, you can start going into Verizon stores and start getting that Samsung Galaxy S4 right into your hands. And for those of you that have pre-ordered, it is on the way. So if you were wondering when that thing would ship, well, it's starting to ship already. And with that 2-day shipping that Verizon usually uses, they started shipping this thing out on Monday, so you can't count the day it was shipped. So 2-day shipping would put it at tomorrow is when you would be looking at getting that Samsung Galaxy S4. Now, for those of you that are interested in the specs of the Samsung Galaxy S4, we're talking a quad-core 1.9 gigahertz Qualcomm Snapdragon 600 processor. That is super fast right there, you see? And then it also comes with Android 4.2.2. That's the latest version of Jelly Bean. I mean, if it was any later, you would be key lime pie right there. You know what I'm saying? So it comes with that latest version of Jelly Bean. It features a 5-inch full HD. That means 1080p Super AMOLED screen display with that resolution of full HD, which is 1920 by 1080. Now that Super AMOLED screen, for those of you that know, Super AMOLED screens have been known to be oversaturated. So greens look greener, reds look redder, giving you that rich. And a lot of people like the Super AMOLED look that, you take a picture of grass and in real life it's not that green, but it makes the pictures more rich and more vibrant. And a lot of people like that Super AMOLED screen. So it's coming with not just an AMOLED screen, but a Super AMOLED screen. And other specifications it includes a 2600 milliamp battery life, and that's going to be pretty good. The device also comes with dual cameras, 2 megapixel front facing camera and a rear 13 megapixel camera to take real good pictures. Your choices are 16 gigabyte, 32 gigabyte, or 64 gigabyte with a built-in storage, and it has a micro SD card slot for that extra storage. Now, the Galaxy S4 is available for $199 with a contract of 2 years with Verizon. So if you're, because this is Verizon's debut, so those of you that are looking to jump to that Samsung Galaxy S4, you can get it for $199 or $200 plus tax when you enter a 2-year contract with Verizon. This also includes a $50 mail-in rebate for anyone that cares about mail-in rebates. I personally don't care about it because mail-in rebates really are, disingenuous. They're just there to get you to buy, but you have to, you have to come up with the cash immediately. You don't come up with the cash, the $50 isn't taken off at the register or something like that. Now you got to come up with the full $200 or whatever the phone is going to cost, and then send in multiple receipts. Wait 10 years for them to tell you, oh, you sent in the wrong thing. You don't get a rebate until you do it now. You know, so the mail-in rebate nobody cares about, but the $199.99 price point for a 2-year contract, if you're into the whole contract thing, this is going to give you that phone right here that you see. This phone right here, Geeky Gets, this phone is going to be in your hands for $199. $199. So go out there, get into that Verizon. For those of you that pre-ordered, you don't have to go into any kind of lines because you pre-ordered. So you're set. You know what I'm saying? All you have to do is sit and wait, you know, for your phone to just come on in. So that's going to hit stores on Thursday. People who ordered it with Verizon's 2-day situation, you're going to get this thing. You're going to get this thing quick. You know, probably by tomorrow, for those of you that pre-ordered, that's going to be your next phone. All right, we're moving right along right here. Okay, so our next story right now is dealing with something that, you know, is a little different. Now, who didn't love field trips when you were younger? When you were in school and stuff like that, and it was field trip day, whoo! You know, you didn't have to do any classwork, any kind of quizzes that you might have coming up. You were hoping that the field trip lasts long so that, you know, you wouldn't get back in time for that quiz. You'd have to sit in class. I mean, it really never mattered where you went. Anything that broke up that usual routine of sitting in class and listening to someone, you know what I'm saying, talk about endless hours about, you know what I'm saying, whatever lesson they were talking about, you just couldn't wait for that bell to ring. Well, for a limited time, you can go on some field trips of your own for free via the Mountain View Field Trip app. Yes, Mountain View Field Trip app, according to Geeky Gadgets, this app, which has always provided users with a detailed list of attractions in any given area, is now offering free admission. You're hearing about this right here on Tech Pulse. Right here on Tech Pulse, you're hearing about this. According to this report by Geeky Gadgets, you have this app, which allows provides users already with a detailed list of attractions in any given area, is now offering free admissions into 13 museums that can be found in 6 separate U.S. cities. All you have to do is download the app onto your iPhone or Android device and whatever you got, which is also free, and use the free entry cards to pass into any of the 13 museums listed on their site for free of charge. Now, honestly, you know, with all the children that's running around, you know, with smartphones, it's entirely possible and probable that some of the schools in these major U.S. cities will take advantage of the opportunity to take their students to these museums free of charge. So you have some of the cities include the Conservatory of Flowers in San Francisco, the California Academy of Sciences in San Francisco, Walt Disney Family Museum in San Francisco, the Museum of Contemporary Art in L.A., the Museum of Contemporary Art in Chicago, the Adler Planetarium in Chicago, the Field Museum in Chicago, the Museum of the City of New York in New York, the Museum of Arts and Design in New York, National Building Museum in Washington, D.C., and Portland's Children's Museum, Portland's Art Museum, and Pittock Mason in Portland. These are some of the places that you can visit. These are the places you can visit with that free download app. So if you're in one of those areas, or you're planning to visit one of those areas or something like that, you know what I'm saying, go to the Mountain View Field Trip website. Go there, you know, or you can go to Engadget or Geeky Gadgets, any of those, but go to the main one you want to go to is the Mountain View website, Mountain View Field Trips. Just put that in Google, and it'll take you to this where you can download this app onto your iOS or Android device for free. And then all you have to do now is use the free entry card to get into any of these museums, especially now summer is coming around, or you're planning your year for next year. If you're a school teacher or something like that and you're in those areas, you're planning your year and you want to be able to take your child or your group of children to a good theme park, or not theme park, but a good museum or something like that to to pique their interest, or just to break up the routine. You got that right there. You got that right there. So we're going to talk about another Kickstarter project that came out and is actually doing quite well. This one is for a 3D printer. Now, when 3D printers weren't exactly popular, right here on Tech Pulse, we told you that Staples is selling 3D printers right now. So if you're interested in getting that 3D printer, you can go into a Staples right now and inquire about it. They were selling it online, and it's reported to be in stores already. Now, one of the Kickstarter 3D printers, known as the Form 1 3D printer, they are now starting to ship their 3D printer to backers that have, and I'll show you a picture of this device, and it really sums it up as to how these 3D printers are going to be used. Now, Form Labs, the designer and creators of this Kickstarter-funded Form 1 3D printer, with features that was featured on Geeky Gadgets back in September of last year, now has started shipping the very first devices out to backers who have backed it on Kickstarter. The Form 1 printer was created as a low-cost 3D printer that would be able to meet quality standards of professional designers. To professionals, so people who do like architects and people like that, professional designers, they can now print 3D models, and regular people can do it too. You see, they wanted to come out with a cheap way for regular people and people who are professionals out there to create 3D images without having the need for expensive equipment. And Form Labs, they said that today that the dream is here. The Form 1 is shipping, and thanks to its backers, we are proud to say that today we have shipped the collector's edition Form 1 printers, and half of the initial formation tiers of pledges Kickstarter's backers will be printing by the end of next week, they're saying. The Form Labs journey began in 2011 through conversations among a group of designers and engineers, and just like you, they saw the power of 3D printing, but were frustrated by the complexities and enormous price tags that came with high-end professional 3D machines. And so they set out to create something that was powerful, functional, and intuitive, and most of important, affordable to the general public. So this, we're going to show you a picture right now. This is what you're going to start seeing regularly now. If you're, you can go over to Form Labs if you want to purchase one of their 3D printers, or go over to Staples and check out theirs. But this one is the main one that started things out in the 3D world, in the 3D printing world, as far as consumer versions. Look at that right there. Now here we see, this is the 3D printer right here. This is the casing. All the printing goes on inside this translucent or transparent to a degree orange glass or plastic right here. This is the base of the machine where the engine and all that stuff is. This is where your 3D printing is going to take place. And just so you can see, let's go ahead and enlarge this. This is a design.